It's nearly been a month since Mikayla launched her first ever brand called POV Beauty, and there already seems to be some major issues going on with her brand. It's a mess, so let's get into it. Ever since Mikayla announced her brand, there's been a lot of mixed reactions online. While it was nice to see an influencer do something besides makeup for their first brand, a lot of people were confused over some choices Mikayla made with POV Beauty. Mikayla has always been known to be this full glam girl, and launching what she calls skin prep felt really off-brand to some people. I personally think it does make sense. Skin prep is the first step in any makeup routine, so starting off with that as your first product under your brand does make sense to me. I think where Mikayla started to lose people was with the campaign she was putting out for her brand. Mikayla was always in a full face of makeup for most of them, and I get it, she's trying to show you what your makeup will look like using her products first, but we want to see your skin. The full face was definitely a bit confusing, and the confusion didn't stop there. Mikayla marketed this line as skin prep, and a lot of other creators and her supporters were like, oh my god, Mikayla is carving out her own lane. She made a whole new category. She's so unique.
This is the only review that you need to watch before you buy anything from the brand point of view. Mikayla launched a brand, and this is a skin prep line. Yes, a lot of you might wonder that skin prep has always been there and we have been doing makeup, we have been putting moisturizer before makeup. Isn't that skin prep? You're absolutely right. But the fact that she has now defined and carved out a different category within skincare called skin prep, that is genius.
But let's be real for a second. Skin prep is just skincare rebranded to sound special. All these products are just skincare products. The only thing that I could see as a positive is the fact that Mikayla said she made them all to work together so they wouldn't cause pilling.
Typically when you buy skincare, you never actually know if it's going to work with your makeup. Is it going to pill when you layer all this different skincare together? Is it going to be cakey, patchy? Bring out the pores and texture? Is it going to cause irritation? A created point of view, not only to give you that skincare you crave, but to also take out all the guesswork when it comes to applying it with your makeup.
Sometimes when you layer a bunch of different products on your face before makeup, your makeup just won't sit on it nicely and it'll all separate. But Mikayla claims that doesn't happen with her formula. With that being said, do you need all of these products in order to have nice looking makeup? No. To me, it feels a little bit excessive having this whole line be skin prep, and I've even seen some reviews from influencers who've received PR from her say the same thing, like they would more so use a certain product before bed over using it under their makeup.
I would use this type of a moisturizer at night in the dead of winter. If you have Ilia, you don't need something like this. Calling it the barrier bolster technology, that's just a marketing term. Great marketing team, by the way. I'm into it.
Another issue Mikayla is facing is her indirectly marketing her line as Korean skincare. Now, Mikayla never verbally called her skincare Korean skincare. She's always said Korean inspired.
Made in Korea with a potent blend of Korean-inspired ingredients.
But a creator who specializes in Korean beauty products noticed Mikayla was replying to fans in her comments, insinuating that her skincare was actually Korean skincare, and they found that to be pretty problematic.
Well, Mikayla just launched her new skincare brand called Point of View. She's really highlighting the fact that it's made in Korea, with a potent blend of Korean-inspired ingredients, worked alongside Korean chemists, packaged by Korean hands. And so now people are calling it Korean skincare. And as someone who is a K-beauty content creator, it got on my radar and I'm like, no, this is not considered Korean skincare. And you might say, Mikayla never called it Korean skincare. But when you have Mikayla, the brand founder, liking comments like this is so exciting, not only a skincare brand, but a Korean skincare brand, Elite, and even responding with fire emojis. All of the comments thinking that it's Korean skincare, liking, commenting. It conveys this message that yes, this is a Korean skincare line without explicitly saying it herself.
Now let's move on to the most important part, the reviews. Mikayla dropped her line on March 26, and so far we only really have influencer reviews to go off of who received PR. One of the very first reviews I saw was from Meredith Duxbury, and I don't know how she did, but she managed to find a way to complement the basic, boring packaging and make it sound like a positive.
Really love the packaging of the brand. I think it's really simple and it doesn't take away from the product itself. Sometimes packaging can be a little distracting.
And look, I know minimalistic packaging is in right now, but I feel like there's a right way to do it. Even with Rhode, the packaging is so basic, but it's still custom enough that it doesn't feel cheap and you can easily identify a Rhode product from across the room. The packaging that Mikayla picked for POV looks like some no-name brand that you'd find on the shelf at like Winners with no reviews. But overall, Meredith said that she loved how her makeup turned out and said POV is replacing her normal everyday skin prep routine.
All of these have laid absolutely beautifully, no pilling. I'm gonna reapply more of the lip, do my makeup, and I'm gonna come back to show you how everything lays together. I'm back and I have to say my skin and my base is looking absolutely stunning. This is what I use to prep my skin before I do a makeup look, and I honestly haven't found anything that I like as much as this. And I can say POV has now just changed that. And I'm not just saying that because Mikayla is my friend in the industry and I have to be nice with my review. I actually truly love these products and my skin has never looked this good while using products that aren't my two tried and true.
And judging by the unfiltered comment section under Meredith's review, it sounds like a lot of people aren't a fan of Mikayla's brand. One person said, "I'd rather waste my money on authentic Korean skincare products and not someone who has constantly lied over the years to her viewers for money." And a lot of people in the comments weren't happy with Meredith's review. A lot of comments were calling out the fact that you can't say you love something, especially skincare, within 10 minutes of applying it. One person said, "You can't approve skincare if you've used it only once. I am so tired of these influencers." And that's another reason why I miss the YouTube beauty guru days so much. A review like this would have just been labeled as a first impression in the YouTube days. I miss when influencers would like come back and check in throughout the day and show you how the product was wearing. I mean, we've seen it so many times back then. At first, they would love the initial application, and then throughout the day, their mind would change, seeing how it held up. And nearly every single review I've seen so far has been by friends of Mikayla who receive PR, and they all sound like they're reading from the same script.
Let's move on to Whip It. I love the spatula. It's super cute addition to the packaging. I'm not really one to use a spatula, but I know it is a lot more sanitary.
This is sick. Okay, so I saw it like this, and then when you open it, look, the little spatula just pops up there.
Literally the coolest thing I've ever seen. When you turn it like that, it gives you the spatula. Go like this to get it out. It's literally genius.
Look at how rich that cream is. And I'm a dry skin girly, so I need something that's gonna be like so thick and cushiony and fluffy.
It is due. Oh wow, this is really, really fluffy. I'm going to take just a little bit, add a little bit here and here. Oh, okay. That feels like whipped cream. Super cooling.
More packaging, okay, love that. Whip it for step number 2. Ooh, this is really cooling. And we even have people leaving comments saying like, did it come with a script too? It was definitely scripted. 3 people said the same thing. And Mikayla has only been reposting reviews from her friends following the same script. If you come across a review that even slightly offers a different opinion, even if it's mostly positive, it won't be reposted. Now, I never thought I'd see the day where I'd be praising Glamzilla, but she seems to be the only friend of Mikayla that's actually going about reviewing this line the right way. Someone commented on one of Glamzilla's posts saying that they were waiting for a review of POV, and Glamzilla said that she actually wanted to try it out for a good amount of time before coming on the internet with a review, so everything is fair.
I'm not going to be reviewing Point of View by Mikayla anytime soon, and I know that might be a shock to a bunch of you because you know I love her and she's my friend, but to be a good friend, I actually need to immerse myself in her formulas, really understand them, and finish a bottle or 2 before I form an opinion and then let her know and give her a review. And to be a good content creator, that's exactly what I need to do. And well, I will say I've been using the lip treatment and it is fire, but Otherwise, you're not going to see me unbox it and try it in one video and be like, oh my God, I'd never use it again. No, I'm going to give my girl her time. She worked really hard on this launch, and I want to appreciate it for what it is. And I want to be able to tell you guys the truth, regardless if she's my friend or not. And that's just how it is. And don't worry, I'll keep you posted. I'm really going to dive in, and I'll let you know as I finish formulas and I form opinions. But in this scenario, it's being a good friend means being a great content creator.
And when I saw Glamzilla's video, I thought that was actually really great of her. But the comments were calling Glamzilla out, being like, well, you never do this with all the other products you promote and take sponsorships from. Why start with Mikayla's? We had comments that said, but you don't do this with others. Do you do that with all other products? This does not sound sincere. It seems calculated. She's basically telling you guys she lies about other products. So this isn't a standard for your reviews? Why so in depth for her? I don't know. It's giving hater low key. This should be the process for every review. Now, to be fair, I did have a look at Glamzilla's page, and I can't say I saw too many skincare reviews. I feel like with makeup, you can wear something for a day and get an idea whether or not you like it. But with skincare, you definitely need to try it out for a good period of time to see if it works. So hopefully Glamzilla follows her advice and takes the same amount of care with any future skincare reviews she does. Now let's talk about the main issue happening with Mikayla's brand right now. You probably noticed I didn't show you guys any reviews from your normal everyday customer who purchased POV with their own money. And that's because there really isn't any. I've only come across a handful of actual reviews from customers, and that's because there are major issues with shipping. The entire POV Beauty Instagram page is filled with complaints from people being like, I signed up for early access, I bought everything early, and now I'm getting an email saying my order won't even ship until April 21st, nearly an entire month after release day. We had comments like, question, I was one of the first ones to order the bundle during the pre-launch, and I saved my little bit of money for weeks to do so, and I received an email stating that my order is on back order. This is really discouraging. I've been a huge fan for years. Do we know when there will be a restock? I just wish my order would be fulfilled since it was placed before you ran out. Why is it I had early access, placed my order, you took my money, and I got an email yesterday stating I have to wait until the restock? And POV actually replied to this comment and they said, we're so sorry and appreciate your patience. Can you please DM us a screenshot of the email you received? Another person said, what about being busy responding to customers whose cards were charged but no communication regarding shipping dates of early access purchase products? Communication with customers and transparency should be priority. I ordered mine the day it came out and it still hasn't shipped out. Mine isn't here yet. Wasn't sold out when I purchased the bundle at 12:02 on the 26th. POV Death says won't be shipped until after the 21st of April. Now, is it just me or is it giving pre-order? I saw another business owner make a TikTok and they said Mikayla making her products in Korea and having to ship them to the States might end up being a big issue with all these tariffs being imposed now.
Made in Korea.
Alright, so here's what I meant earlier. It has to do with politics. Donald Trump just announced a 25% tariff on Korean imports to the US. That means your cost of goods just got a lot more expensive overnight. So either margins tighten or prices shift. That's a serious curveball, especially for a new brand.
I just think it's so strange to launch something and not be able to ship the product out until pretty much an entire month later. You would think you would want people receiving everything right away so the hype stays around the launch and the reviews pour in. Not a month later when people already forgot about it and moved on to the next thing that's coming out for the summer. Definitely feels like they missed the mark with that part of the launch, and I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see some honest, real opinions on her brand. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about everything down below, and I'll see you next time.